On today's video, equipment is upon us. Finally, the update is over. It is time to go take a look at how this works. This video is the basics of equipment, what you need to know to get started. There are things you need to start immediately, so as soon as you're done with this video, I hope you already started your production. We're going to talk about the brand new building, how it works, how to get materials, how to produce materials, how to forge and dismantle equipment, what type of equipment exists, how equipment works, and basically everything of the basics of equipment. So if you guys need to know all this information, and you should need to know this information, sit back, enjoy the video, find it informative, slap a like on it, and let's get on with it. Hey there YouTube, welcome back to Gekko Gaming. Before we start the equipment video, a lot of you have been asking. As you can see, the war is still going on. JWM versus Kingdom 185. We're right now kind of ahead, I guess you can say it, in the sense that flags are burning and there is nothing crazy going on in here. I'm assuming there's more fights happening on the lower area. We have some flags burning here as well. This is not representative of what we've been seeing in the past couple of days. A lot of war, a lot of fighting, a lot of action. And I understand that Lost Kingdom 2 decided, let's just stream as much as we can, the instant gratification. I recorded 3 different angles. The fight in Kingdom 157 versus Legends Gaming and the guys from the top of the map, which I forgot who they are. IKM, I apologize I forgot which kingdom you guys are. It just bounced out of my head. So the top right has wars in it. The bottom right has wars in it. The left side has wars in it. I recorded everything, and we're gonna get videos out with the full story and cool reports and everything and anything. Just give me some time to edit, to fight. I couldn't go through the thought of streaming but not be able to focus on chat and on you guys since I was busy fighting. We lost quite a lot of power, over 450,000 troops dead within the first day. Madness. Anyway, that's not what this video is all about. This video is about this building right here, equipment. Now, equipment is a brand new mechanic that came out in the update a few hours ago. And when you get in, first thing you do is build this building right here, which is the Blacksmith. It takes about 7 seconds to build, and that's it. Now, when you build the Blacksmith, you get a side quest. And that side quest will give you some materials. You'll see them in a moment. This building has 2 functionalities. It is well, technically I would say 3 functionalities. A production place for materials, that is right, you can produce materials. It is a place where you combine or dismantle materials and forge and dismantle equipment. So these are the 3 things we're gonna go over. Let's start with the rightmost button, which is the production. As you can see, this is not my first take. This is probably the second or third one. On the first tab, in the right, you can see right up here, you have your production. You can produce materials. With every hour, or every 3 hours, you get 10 materials, and you can queue up to 5 materials for a 15-hour queue. Lilith, this is by far one of the most considerate and awesome things you guys have done in a while. One thing that I hate is having to log into a game every 2 hours to get something done. And so when you have a queue of 15 hours, I can comfortably have a very intense day at work where I cannot get in the game, and I know that in the morning I set my queue for 15 hours and I'm good to go. I can log in within 8 hours and just fill in the 2 or 3 spots missing here to continue the queue going. You guys have to make sure your queue is always going. Materials are super important, but this is how a free-to-play player, for example, can get materials, which are not a pay-to-win way. Of course, you can at some point speed these up. I understood that there is a way to speed up the forging. I haven't figured that one out yet or gotten the speed ups for it yet. It's barely been like 3 hours since the event started. But you can see I already have some of these materials right here, this basic material, which I got from that, from that side quest that we got building this building. The next part is how you combine materials. You can see that I can get animal bone, which I got the lowest type of material you have, and you can advance it into animal bone that is advanced by using a certain amount of these items. I'm assuming 4 of items will give you 1 of that. So every 4 of this will give you a bigger advanced silk and so forth and so on, and you can advance your materials and get your stuff done. We might get that done in the video. I don't know yet, but it's one of the things that you need to do in order to get better equipment. We might do that in this video still. Got to figure out which materials we're getting, what we're doing, which type of equipment we're building, and so forth and so on. Blueprint. Blueprint is one of the items you need to forge these different types of equipment. I'll show you guys how that works, and I'll explain to you how you get these materials. But the bottom line is blueprints have different levels, and you're gonna need blueprint parts in order to get those blueprints ready to go. You combine these parts into one blueprint, and from that one blueprint, I'm assuming 4 common blueprints will give you an uncommon blueprint. 4 uncommons will give you a rare to epic, and epic to legendary. So there is a process to go through to get these equipment. This is the basic of it, of this building right here, of producing and combining. Now let's go look in depth into the equipment itself. Now for equipment, I am gonna hide my camera for a moment because I'm blocking things which I shouldn't be blocking. So there are all these different categories of equipment. We have weapon, helmets, chests, gloves, legs, boots, accessory, which, okay, and sets. We'll get there in a moment. Every piece of equipment has 3 different sides, aspects to it. You have the equipment attributes, which give you all the basic stats. The special talent has a chance to produce a special talent effect equipment. If equipped by a commander with the corresponding talent, the equipment's attribute will be increased by 30%. And so there are some very, very, very crazy special talents available, and I'm assuming commanders will have the corresponding talent. If equipped by a commander with the corresponding talent means talent swapped up a bit. So we might have to go take a look at that as well. And some of these equipments are part of sets. Now the sets have special effects. Either you wear a 2-piece, for example, in the windswept set, you have 2 different types of extra effects, set effects. 2 pieces will give you troop attack, 4 pieces will give you march speed. So even though there aren't that many pieces on sets yet out, we can safely assume that more equipment is coming out very soon. And when that happens, the set extra effects might be huge, might play a huge part in how you pick your different types of equipment, how you equip your different equipment. Even though there is a potential on the legendary to have more attack, maybe by having more of a set of a different future set, it'll be more worth it than having one legendary piece. Let's go over briefly all these equipments. We're gonna look only at the equipment attributes, not at the special talent, because there's too much information to digest in one video, and I'm not gonna go over all the equipment in this video. This is just the basics. So we have cavalry attack, infantry defense, archer defense. Let's see what else. Cavalry defense, infantry health, archer health, defense and health. Gathering speed, cool. More gathering speed out of these different types of equipment could be cool. We have archer. This is all about attack. Damage to barbarians, that's dope. We can hunt better barbarians. This is the kind of equipment you might equip when you're doing Karok or things like that on commanders. Infantry attack, damage to barbarians, health defense, commander XP, that's cool. This can be super useful as leveling up to level 60 if you are hunting barbarians or doing what you need to do to gain XP. It is tough. So now more percentage of XP gained is cool. Let's see if we have any other stat in here that we're missing. We're going over all of these equipments very briefly. We're gonna go back over a bunch of them to talk specifics in a moment. We're just looking very briefly at all the types of current available extra attributes that we can get extra stats, and we might even forge one of these, because we can forge this, which gives archer defense and gathering speed, but I'm not too impressed with it, so we might not do that. Let's keep taking a look, make sure we have everything. Defense, march speed. Ooh, we get march speed too. March speed is fantastic. It can be super useful, especially for someone like infantries or archers who have very slow march speed. Even though cavalry health is what you get out of here, you might wear these shoes to get the march speed and the infantry defense out of it. Rather than that, commander gain XP like crazy. This is the kind of stuff I like. Lohar's bone, and we have right here savage totem for damage to barbarians. And finally the sets with the extra set effects right there, which I'm blocking. And so let's look at what is required for a material, for an equipment. There are materials as well as blueprints, and to get blueprints you need to do a few things. First of all, you can get blueprints from ancient ruins, which can be dropped by stalkers, or from altars of darkness, which can be dropped by dark stalkers, or making the blueprints combining 30 fragments per blueprint. So this guy requires 30 fragments. Oh my goodness, these buildings are not only you now don't only AFK, you really want to fight these stalkers because you're gonna potentially get blueprints out of them. That's really cool. You also can get some of them from the Sunset Canyon, which I haven't seen in Sunset Canyon yet, but it seems like it is a possibility, and we'll see it in the future as part of rewards. So every one of these different types of blueprints has their own way to get them. Questing will get you blueprints. Ancient ruins will get you blueprints. The side quests, this is so cool. This is so cool. You can get all these different things by doing basic in-game available stuff like quests, like Sunset Canyon, like the Altar of Darkness in Ancient Ruins, and you can also get blueprint fragments from the Dark Fortress. Shadow Legion Invasion will give you more blueprints. My goodness, where else we have blueprints? So we have the Dark Fortress right there, quests, all these different ways. There is even, I'm looking here if it says there are Lohar blueprints. We finally have something to do with our Dauntless Lohars. We can get blueprints for certain equipment from Lohar. That is so cool. So I think just from looking at the basics here that Lilith really stepped up their game in how Osiris League. My goodness. This is part of the Osiris League pack. Like, I'm looking at this also for the first time. These are Seth and Iseth equipment which you get out of Osiris League. Yo, I actually really like this. It's not that straightforward. You actually have to do all these different things in order to get these materials. And so it's not only spend the money, get the items, and get the equipment, but there's actually ways to get these different blueprints from all aspects of the game. I love this. I really do. You can forge by spending gold as well as materials, and you can dismantle items, which also have Chinese in here. Lilith still have to figure this out. And you can see right here, all the items can be broken down. I don't really know yet if you can dismantle and get all the items back. You can see right there, when you dismantle into materials, blueprints cannot be acquired through dismantling. Only equipment can be dismantled. Normal equipment gives you 100% return. Advanced equipment gives you 100% return. Elite and Epic gives you 100% return, which you aren't seeing because I'm blocking the screen. So let me go ahead and get rid of that. And Legendary returns 50% of your materials. So if you are a pay-to-win player with tons of Legendaries and you want to swap stuff up, it'll cost you, versus Epic, Elite, Advanced, and normal equipment, which return to you 100% of the items as you dismantle them. I love this. I love this. I really do. We also got a brand new pack, which I have already gone ahead and purchased all of it. It is a $5, $10, and $20 pack, and that is it. You can buy it, from my understanding, twice a day. So there is a little bit of pay to win aspect to this, but not that much. You're not looking at $375 a day, $85 a day with gold chests and stuff like that. It goes all the way to the iron chest, and that is it. I'm going to show you the packs. Let's go through the packs really briefly. So we have the packs. Where are they? Packs right here. So you can see the first bundle gives you 10 material chests of choice. You get level 2, 6 materials of choice, another 20 of these, and then 3, 8, and all this good stuff. It says of choice. We're about to find out if that's true. Let's go open those chests and see what we want. But before we do that, let's look at what equipment I want to try to get first. I'm not unrealistic saying I'm gonna go for this, although maybe it would be a possibility later on if I keep saving up. But for the sake of the video, we're gonna make maybe an advanced material. Maybe we're probably not gonna be able to do that either because they're so expensive. But let's look at what we're looking. Ooh, 6% gathering speed. Let's go look at what we want to aim for as our first piece of equipment. I do really like this. I know that this is not a fight-based item. It's not. It doesn't give you attack. It doesn't give you defense. That gives you all that good stuff. And we could just build one of these and dismantle it later on. Maybe we'll go ahead and build this instead, the iron helmet for a little bit of infantry attack, and then we'll later on dismantle it. You know what, let's do that. Let's go for the iron helmet first, see if we can, since it's the one with archer attack, never mind. But we need blueprint in here. Do we need a blueprint in here as well, which we don't have? And so because we don't have blueprints, we do have these blueprints right here, but we don't have enough blueprints for anything else. I don't really know what I'm gonna choose as something to open here. Let's open one of these, see what happens. You can choose any type of material, which is cool. You can choose any type of material. You can see right there, any type of material, one of each. And it goes all the way to the epics, so to the advanced materials, elite materials. So even if you buy all of this every single day, you'll end up with only 8 materials, which you would need 4 to combine into an epic, which means even a pay-to-win player is going to take some time to get there and is gonna have to prioritize a little bit which equipment he or she gets, because materials are not that easy to get. I wanted to open these on this video, but as I am looking at this, I don't think it's a good idea. I think I'm gonna hold on to them until I know a little bit better what I'm doing when I get more blueprints. And so we're gonna hold on to these for now, but you guys can see what you get out of maxing the pack. I'm probably gonna get to a point where I'm buying it a few more times, but not necessarily spending on it every single day. Although I'm assuming there's gonna be people spending the $70 every single day to get ahead on this equipment. But production is awesome, equipment is awesome. The final thing I wanted to look at very briefly, which I haven't yet, and I don't know if that's a real thing, have the talents changed in any shape or form? I don't see that talent trees have changed in any shape or form, and so what I'm assuming they mean by having the right talent is in the talent effects is this right here. If you have the infantry tree and you have an equipment that has infantry special talent, therefore you'll end up getting that. So for example, cavalry attack, if you put this on a cavalry commander, you'll get the special talent, which will enhance this effect further. That's what I'm assuming as of right now is the way this works. Anyway, let me know in the comments down below what you think about this. I find this super cool. I really, really do. I think the fact that you have blueprints messing with you is a huge thing. Blueprints are going to be very important and might be what stops people from pushing this very fast. The fact that materials are accessible as a free-to-play player is really, really, really cool. You can produce them. Fantastic work by Lilith. And as you can see, buying the packs doesn't get you that much ahead. It does get you a little bit ahead, for sure. It gets you a little bit ahead. You can get 80 materials that are common, 28 uncommons, and 8 elites every day, every 24 hours. But that is not... The elites perhaps is something that is very, very advanced. So once you buy the $20 pack, you're really getting up there. But it's not like you can get hundreds of legendary materials within a day and blast the equipment out the window. I like the way this works right now. What do you guys think? Leave me a comment down below. Let me know. I'm Gekko. I'm out of here. Thank you guys very much for watching this. I'm going back straight into the war that's going on right now. It looks like this is the downtime for the other alliance, the other kingdom. So we're taking advantage of that. But overnight, things go crazy. I've been staying up all night, every single night. Maybe that's why you guys see that I look a little tired. I've been staying up all night, every night for the last 2 days. Fighting. Slap a like on the video before you leave if you found it informative. Down below, you have Discord, Twitter, Facebook, Instagram. What am I missing? Discord, Twitter, Facebook, Instagram. I don't know. all down below. Go follow me, come say hi, send me a message. I'm always active in them. I'll see you guys sooner rather than later. Enjoy the rest of your day. Enjoy equipment. Go forge this. Start production. Don't mess up on the production. Keep an eye on it every 15 hours or so. You have a great rest of your day. Thank you again for all your support, and I'll see you sooner rather than later. Take care. Peace.